Hello guys and welcome to some Battlefield 3 gameplay. But obviously I'm not going to be talking about the gameplay because let's face it, when do I actually do that? Anyways, as the title says, I want to talk about God's perfection. And again, as I said on my latest video, every time I mean God, I don't specifically mean, any God in particular. I say the word God to refer to whatever creator is there. If one is there, I'm referring to that one. A generic creator that we can all relate to, or not, I guess, whatever. Anyways, so my question, I guess, would be, is God actually perfect? And this is something that I have been, thinking about since probably a little bit more than a year now, because it's something that really interests me. How many religions deduce the perfection of a creator, and that perplexes me because I mean chances are that whoever created us is probably not perfect. I mean, the way that I see it, and I guess before getting into that, we would have to define perfection. I mean, let's think about it for a second, guys. How how can you perceive a being, an entity that is perfect? How can something be perfect? Now that's a really big question that one would have to think for a while to start grasping the concept of something that is just perfect, right, without fault, something that is just completely awesome. No, not awesome. Awesome and implies good and not bad. Something perfect has to be good and bad at the same time. You see, the only way that my brain can comprehend the concept of pure perfection would be if God, right, the entity that is perfect, that this entity would have to be everything. That's the only way that I can literally perceive something being perfect. If God was perfect, as I see it, he would have to be literally everything, right? The wall, the toilet, my shoe, me and you. I mean, it would have to be everything, and at the same time, he would have to be nothing. Now, if God is everything, right? Everything that we see, that we don't see, that is there and what it is not there, matter and antimatter, just everything, then that would constitute as perfect because he's technically there. He's everywhere, he's everything, but at the same time he's not there. At the same time he's nothing because he's everything. And that's just one way that I was thinking that that I can perceive something as just being completely perfect, because otherwise, how can something be good and bad at the same time? How can something be not good and bad but at the same time be good and bad? How can you be perfect? It's such a bizarre context. But then again, why would someone perfect create the world, create the universe? By universe I mean our entire realm of existence. How can an entity that is perfect, why would he want to create something? It's what really bothers me, and that is really the point that has me stuck since a very long time. Why would somebody that is already perfect create a world and, according to my thought, become everything if he was already perfect? Unless he wasn't perfect and he created the world or converted himself into the universe to make himself perfect. I mean, that's one way to look at it. But if you think about it, there could be millions and thousands of millions of just reasons why a unperfect God would create the world. I mean, honestly, someone that is not perfect, could find a millions of reasons to create something. So we are not really going to get into that. But I just find it much more appealing, to think about, what if our God is actually not perfect? What if it's actually, he's there, and maybe he cannot see us, or maybe he can, but he cannot hear us, because he's there. I mean, it's an interesting concept to think about. And I mean, I have done a lot of reading, and I have talked to a lot of people about this. I love these philosophical arguments, and one of the biggest discussions is with my friends. I have this really good friends that are they are Catholic, and you see they tell me like what is they talk to me about the Bible and about the morals and everything that's that happened and how God like rules what are his rules and what he doesn't care about or what he cares about and how he deals with all that. And I find it interesting how someone that is perfect. I mean, obviously, you can talk about saying why how can a perfect God create an imperfect world, or what if this world is actually perfect but we don't perceive it? I mean, there are many questions about the whole creation. Why would a perfect God make us suffer, or why would a perfect God, I mean, a God that knows exactly what is going to happen, an omnipotent God, an entity that knows exactly what's going to happen, why would he wait until it happens to punish us? Or maybe he doesn't. Maybe he punishes before. But you see, that's the thing. There are many questions that are left not just unanswered, but that they don't really seem to have any answer if you think about it. Why would a perfect God punish little children that has not been baptized? I'm talking about Catholic here because that's a discussion that I had with my friend the other day. Why would a perfect God that knows everything and is just completely perfect, why or how, I mean, how this would one justify um punishing little children that has not been baptized even if they didn't have a choice? I mean, according to the Catholicism, they if little kids, like say in China, they actually receive less benefits in heaven because they have not been baptized. I mean, it's not their fault, but because they follow the religion, and even if they die while being a year old and had not been baptized and they have not had the chance to redeem themselves, they are still punished in the fact that they actually receive less benefits in heaven. So it's something that really perplexes me, the whole concept of morality and perfection, because if you think about it, perfection is impossible. I mean, it is the only way, again, that I perceive it. If it's God is everything, that's the only way that I can literally perceive perfection, because otherwise perfection, complete perfection is impossible. Why would a God that is perfect create the world? And that's just really my biggest question out here. And I hope I can create some kind of debate. In the comments. I don't know who's gonna hear me out in this video, because honestly, not many people watch my videos. But I would honestly enjoy a debate on this, because it's a big question that I've always asked myself. And if you think about it, if God was not perfect, if God was just simply our creator, which we obviously will not understand how he did it, because he's more intelligent than us. I mean, it would honestly be rather stupid to think that we are the most intelligent race in the universe. So I mean, it is safe to say that there are more intelligent beings out there, that our brain is not really evolved into the way that we can understand them. So it's safe to say that there might be a way to create life, or to transform matter into our own design. And if our creator is not perfect, and he indeed sculptured the world into how it is now, then that would answer a million questions, like every single question that everyone that follows religion has. That it would pretty much be solved, in the matter that you know why did God do this if he's like that, or why, how can whatever kind of religious question just can simply be solved with the fact that God had no idea what he was doing. I mean, God is not perfect, he can make mistakes. Why is the world like this? Why are we hungry? Why are we suffering? Because God is not perfect. Honestly, it would solve everything, and it would make a million much more sense. But obviously here we're not gonna find the quick and easy answer to all of our problems. So but that's just my take on God being perfect. I hope you guys have your own thoughts, and we it would be awesome if we actually found some debate here. But with that, I'm gonna go ahead and end the video because it's running a little bit late here. But I hope you guys enjoyed, and yeah, I guess I'm just gonna leave it with the question of why would a perfect God create the world? Why? What kind of reason he would have? What purpose would he have to create the world? And this is again him being perfect, a perfect entity. Why would he do that? Now, thank you so much, you guys, for watching. Take care, guys. Rex out.